Hi, Souvik. How are you? Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing fine. So, welcome everyone to IB Professional School YouTube channel. Today we have our alumni Souvik, and I
Hi.
will let him tell his journey. So, Souvik, I would like you to start right from your college. That what is your educational background, and then we will move on to your journey in analytics.
Okay. So basically, I'm not a very technical kind of a person. I did my I am a science graduate and in zoology. Like before joining the corporate offices, I used to dissect rats and cockroaches in my college. That that was the precise thing. Okay, so I'm not at all a technical guy. I'm not at all a coding guy. So I'm completely from a different thing. And due to some reasons, I wanted to do further studies actually, but I had to leave it and join TCS. I joined TCS back in 2017, and then I didn't know anything about the corporate world. So basically, I was struggling because at that time I joined as a BPS associate, and in the production it was very difficult because I had to do night shifts. Remember it correctly, like the shift started from 7 p.m. in the evening and used to stretch till 5 in the morning. So it
Right.
was pretty difficult. It was very, very difficult. And for one and a half years almost, I did it. And after that, I was like so frustrated, so fed up with the whole thing. Like there should be a way out. So actually, I spoke with my manager. So he advised like do courses.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought that okay, let's try something. So I started googling. I started asking people. So a lot of people gave me a lot of suggestions. Like it was SAP CRM, SAP HANA in one hand, and then people told me since I was in a banking domain, people told me to do some banking courses as well. And then there was big data analytics and all that. So I was pretty much confused like what to do and what not to do. So what I did was like, this is something I would like to share with the audience as well. So
Yes.
I normally used to call them, like call multiple institutes and just speak with them, and that's how I used to do it. So most of them said like, "This is the course you want to do. This is the fees, and this is the batch we are starting, and please come and enroll yourself." I got multiple calls, like return calls, like people asking me, we are starting a batch very soon. Please come and enroll, or you'll lose the chance. The seats will be filled up, and something like that. So then one day I actually didn't call Ivy. I emailed them saying that I want to do a big data analytics course, and please share the brochure and everything. I provided my phone number and got a call. And the first thing that happened in that call, like the person who spoke, she was like, later I got to know that it was Sonali ma'am who was speaking.
Yeah.
So, so that person said like, she was like, she never told me like, a batch is starting very soon, come and enroll. She simply asked me like, what are my qualifications? What is my background? And she asked me like, am I from a coding background? So I said, no, I don't have any idea about it. So she simply on the call, like a person who's speaking with me, she doesn't know me, I doesn't know her. I do not know her, but she simply, gave me the consultation. Like she told me that big data analytics will not be suitable for me because Hadoop and all those things require a lot of coding knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
She told me to, enroll in for business analytics. She told me the whole course structure and everything that is there. Later, I googled them. I asked my managers. I spoke with everyone, and no, but the thing is that when I spoke with her, I from the like when I hang up the call, from that very first moment, I was having this feeling of reliability for I, because without even knowing, you're just giving a consultation. That person doesn't even know that even I'm going to just for a call, or even I'm serious about it. She gave it, and later when I went there, I spoke with Shonali ma'am. I spoke with that person's name. I believe it was Poitrika something.
Patrika, yeah.
Poetic, yeah. So I spoke with her as well. It was a detailed discussion. She gave me an overall view of what all the business analytics things can happen, what is going on the industry, everything. And also, I was having a financial crunch back at that time. So they told me like, we have that facility over here as well. You can opt for a loan as well. So everything was very fine. So that's how I started my data analytics career. Like it was I didn't know anything about it, and I
Mhm.
just felt it like okay, it's Ivy. The people are there. I felt it like they're going to use
I'm
me. They're going
glad.
to give me whatever I want. Yeah. So
Yeah, we
that's
are
how
known for
I.
that. We are
Yeah.
pretty truthful in our analysis. Who should be doing the program and what kind of programs? Because we completely believe education is something you should not be. You should be honest and give an honest opinion to everybody because you're playing with the career of a person. So like lot of people when I talk to them and they want to get into this industry, we always try to educate the person about what data science, what data analytics is before they take this leap. And when one very common question that people ask me is that I'm from non-IT background, I'm from non-technical background, is it suitable for me? And you are a person, a classic example, coming from geology, getting into business analytics. So what is your opinion on it? Was it
See,
difficult for you? What were the things you
well,
had to
I
do
don't know.
extra?
It was if it was difficult. I never felt it difficult because the people who teach at Ivy, they teach in a very, very, a manner where, if you are not even a literate person, you will understand everything. Okay, I did classes. I had a little problem because I didn't had my lab. I don't have a laptop, so I used to go and attend Pratik sir's classes, and then I changed to online mode altogether. And in online mode as well, I used to understand everything. I used to get a complete idea of everything. All the teachers, all those people, they were also professionals. They were reachable anytime. I used to text them. Even I have texted you regarding my VBA
Hmm.
course. So there was a lot of things. And coming to the point that if it's suitable for any non-tech people
Hmm.
person, so the thing is that I have seen a lot of people coming to this side of industry. Okay, a lot of people who are normal graduates who are just experienced in team handling, who are completely in a different domain. Like I have even seen an engineer, an automobile engineer, to jump in analytics.
Yep.
So yeah, so that is the thing, because you don't need to be a coder or a software engineer or a BTech guy. You can do it, and it's pretty simple. All you need to know is the grasp the concept of the thing, and
Correct.
everything will flow in. It's just that follows up. So
Absolutely.
that's
All right. And then from, coming from an FNA, finance and analysis background, and moving to business analytic, was that a difficult transition? Because, a lot of time, again, this is a very common thing that within an organization, sometimes it
Mhm.
becomes very difficult to shift from one department to another department. And a lot of people from TCS is it's a large company, and a lot of analytics are happening in Calcutta itself, and heavy
Mhm.
recruitment is happening over here.
Yeah.
So how easy or how tough you think, or were you able to use your FNA knowledge into the new role?
No, because in the new role, I have moved into a different domain. It's utilities domain right now, like
All
energy and
right.
resource domain. So what happened is like, yes, I'm just going to be completely honest. It's difficult to get the transition.
Hmm.
People won't let you go. People won't let you leave. People will just want you to, stay and keep grinding and waste your life. That's the simple bitter truth.
Hmm.
So I completed my course back in December 2019. I had started, informing my managers and my the top people that I want to get out. It happened in late October 2020. They said that it was delayed due to the COVID and everything, but I
Yeah.
knew it's not that they could have done it. But again, that problem was there. What
Nobody
happened?
wants to leave good employees,
Yeah,
nobody want to
yeah,
leave good team members.
exactly. So what happened was that one thing that I still remember, because it was a long conversation with the managers, the HRs, and everyone. So the first day that I went to the HR and told her that I have done this kind of courses. I'm still pursuing the courses because it was in the middle of 2019.
Hmm.
I'm pursuing these courses. I want to move. What is the suitable way out? So she asked me, like, from where are you doing it? I
Hmm.
said its names. The institute's name is Ivy Pro School, Ivy Professional School. So since she simply asked me, oh, like that one in Kemak Street, right? So I said, like, yeah, like, yeah, I know that it's a good thing. We HR, like, we get a lot of people coming from there, and we recruit them as well. So I felt like, they HRs and the managers and all the people in TCS, they actually, rely on people, like rely on the students coming from IB.
Yeah.
And so she also helped me back. And then the transition was a little difficult one, but
Mm-hmm.
after all, I got it. So, and in almost, I got out of that process in October, late October in 2020. And in January 2021, I got a promotion and I got the business analyst role as
Wonderful. And currently, what
well.
technologies are you working on? What tools are you working on?
It has been like from January 2021 till now, it has been a very varied experience for me,
Mm-hmm.
because I had first, when I started, I was completely an Excel guy, because at
Mm-hmm.
that time, all the applications were not provided. I was recruited for Excel and Tableau
Okay.
with another, it was a pilot batch, it was a pilot project actually.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the requirement was one, a machine learning guy, like a machine learning engineer who used to work with me, and
Mm-hmm.
I was in the data analysis, data preparation, and data visualization part.
All
So
right.
that is that. So I started from Excel because Tableau at that time was not provided. So I used to use VBA knowledge and all those dashboarding techniques in Excel.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I got Tableau. So Tableau always has much more enhanced versions of dashboards and everything.
Yeah.
I started with that. It went on for a year, and then it got changed. Like I again got into the same process, but just into another team, where
Mm.
currently now I am using Excel and Oracle SQL, like hardcore Oracle SQL to
All
do
right.
the, and like it's basically data engineering kind of work. Like I had
Mm-hmm.
to make data sets and provide to the client. That's the thing that I'm doing. Analysis part I'm not doing very much right now, but it is there. Like I use Excel to do analysis and everything, and data preparation is something which is I'm doing.
I
So
think
mostly
data
I'm on
preparation
this.
is something which is catching on very fast in our industry because the data
Yeah, yeah,
has so much variety velocity that we have. Now, there's a huge scope of this role that you currently have,
yeah, yeah. Of course, of
a
course.
huge scope of it. So, Vik, one more question I would like to ask. Like, a lot of
Yes.
people aspire to, join company like TCS. I know a lot of students who come to Ivy and say, we want to get into TCS. So, what is your suggestion to them, how they should prepare, what kind of tools they should focus on?
Okay. So what I'm going to tell, because I have a habit. Okay, like so I don't know it's a good or bad one. I speak with a lot of people regarding whatever I want. Okay,
Hmm.
so from back in 2018, I have started seeing, like speaking with TCS people, like how about the things are there. I used to check the job recruitments that comes in TCS regarding these things. What I have seen is like, there has been a change in the industry. Like what I'm saying is, previously what used to happen is like people used to get recruited for being a data scientist. So who is a data scientist? People used to believe a person who can manage data, who can make models, who can analyze data, everything. Now, then when I completed the course, like in early 2020s, what happened is like I started seeing that the this data science role has been segregated. Okay, so now
Absolutely correct.
exactly,
Yes.
now there is a person who is doing the ETL methods and managing the databases. He is called as a data engineer. There is
Mm-hmm.
a guy who is doing the modeling part and all the machine learning part. He is called as a data scientist. And then there is an analyst or data analyst or business analyst. That person uh, takes all those things and merges together and presents it to the client.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Then what happened is like TCS, it was happening since a long time. We adopted like an agile methodology.
Mm.
So most of the organizations are nowadays adopting agile. What happens is like these teams also got segregated. Like, let's say two people are doing the data engineering part. One person is just a hardcore SQL guy who just manages the data. Another person is in the
Mm.
backup who is, managing the admin responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Data for the machine learning part also, there is a person who prepares the data, who understands the data, and then gives it to the guy who builds the model, and then the output is given to an analyst or a business analyst who is preparing it. A data visualization guy is preparing the model, and then
Correct.
that person is giving the explanation to the client. So
Mm.
now things have become like that. It's not like, a data analyst should know everything. So what I
Absolutely.
would like to say exactly. So I would like to say to the students, present students who are going to come,
Mm.
that focus on one technology, any one technology, be it Excel, be it SQL, be it Python, any one technology, and become a master in it. As much as you can learn it to the fullest, that will be the strong point. Okay, you can
Absolutely.
apply to jobs with that technology, and whatever rest you are having, you will have it as a back. So
Mm.
when you're doing modeling, you can also do the data preparation yourself. So you will get a bonus for that. Like, okay, I don't have to recruit. The managers will think, the recruiters will think that, okay, I don't have to recruit a separate person for the data preparation. This guy is going to do it. So
Correct.
that's going to be a bonus. So
Absolutely.
have one thing in your hand which you can, do anything and everything with it. And then there are other technologies which you can offer. So
Absolutely.
that's
I think
my advice.
very good suggestion you've given. And, this is what I was talking to people back in 2008 when we started. I think there was a very one simple role that we had in analytics, and that one role only everybody wanted to get into. But right
Yeah,
now, there are so many roles where you can fit in that it depends on what you like, what you love, what you're passionate about. If you're
yeah,
passionate about something, then you will do so well that nothing else matters whether I know it or not. And not
yeah,
everybody can master everything, but yes, it's good to know how the whole cycle begins, what all is involved, how are we going to do this part, that part. Because, like you said, it's important for us to communicate to the client also.
yeah, yeah. Of
Okay,
course.
one last question on
Sure,
that
sure.
thing that you said about communication to the client. So
Hmm,
when you talk about, getting into analytics, one part is
hmm.
definitely learning these tools and, mastering these tools. How important do you think is doing projects and doing, presentation of the projects? Do you think
It's
it
it's
is
it's very
important?
important. Yes, it's very important. And why I feel it is very important, because I have dealt with to multiple clients, and trust me, the client doesn't know anything.
Not technically,
They
he
are
doesn't know anything.
simply technically doesn't know anything. They will just give you a data set, tell you to analyze it and
Correct.
make all the things, and you will have to analyze it yourself. You will have to do everything yourself, and you will also have to make the client understand that what you're doing. So
Hmm.
communication is a very important factor over here. If you use a lot of technical jargons, the client won't understand it. I
Correct.
have seen, like, someone is putting a mail saying that this is happening, and the client is actually getting back like, can you please explain what do you mean by this? So
Hmm.
this kind of things happen. It's you'll have to explain it in a way, like, you have to think that you're sitting in front of a child and you're explaining the whole thing. This is the
Absolutely.
thing that we have prepared. This is the output. From the output we are getting this, because they are not bothered about those things, R score and p values and all those things.
Mm.
They're less bothered about.
They
They
don't
just
even care
want the
which tool
output.
you're using. They want the business
Okay.
output.
Yeah, exactly, and they will just get that. So it's very important to get English is a must know language. You don't have to be a very fluent in it, but
Hmm.
it should be, like, at that level that you can explain things to the client.
Right.
Okay, I once I had a discussion with one of my colleagues, and the same thing I have told him, that stop using all the technical jargons, because they won't understand anything.
Hmm.
And that's it, because you need to tell the whole thing in a manner that you are telling a story to the child.
Right.
Okay, that's how you need to tell the whole thing. It's very important. Communication is
Is
one part
important.
plus is very important.
So I know after you're done the program, then just to, harness this aspect in our students, we started doing internships at
Yeah,
IB,
yeah,
in which we used to make people work on data without giving them any business objective. Like, you think from the business point of view, what can you get out of the data, and then present. So, just because of that aspect, because a lot of people run around the technical part and they don't think that this is an important, uh, trait to have or important skill set to have when it comes to interview. So thank you for telling that. And thank you for your time, Souvik. It was wonderful talking to you, and we would like you to be back again with Ivy.
of course, because
Give
I
some
was
more energy to our students.
of course, because I was actually planning, because back when I had done the course, I didn't have Python in that module.
You
So
had SAS and R.
I'm planning. Yeah, I'm planning to learn that skill. Let's see
Absolutely.
when I get the time. Okay.
We get all the alumni back. That's the best thing about it.
Yes.
All right, Souvik. Thank you so
Okay.
much for your time. You have a good evening.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good
Take
night.
care. Bye
Yeah.
bye. Good night.
Bye bye. Good night.